Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunday. And here I am. Welcome to Narene's Life with MS. This is Narene over here. I wanted to, I actually was this pretty much thinking all day about what I should call this series. And I think the best thing we can talk about on a Sunday, knowing very well that tomorrow is Monday and life just starts up again, kicks into high gear, that I would just call it the Sunday slumber or the Sunday slump, whichever one seems to be much more to people's liking. And definitely for this conversation, I do want to discuss about what really does calm you as viewers, as people who either do have an autoimmune condition, do have something like MS. What really does calm you? Because at least for me, one thing that does end up happening is 6 days of the week I am usually up very early. I either do go to the office or do end up going to the gym for a physiotherapy session. So I end up having a pretty I have a pretty packed week as a result. And considering I am pretty much employed full time, that does make up most of my week. And now that it is Sunday just ends up being the day to sleep in, take an afternoon nap, take an evening nap after the afternoon nap, just because I have the ability to do that only on this day. And really just end up relaxing. So do share your experiences with what relaxes you, especially on your one day or your 2 days off that you do get for the weekend. So one thing I do want to discuss, something that does calm me down to a very large extent, is of course listening to podcasts. Usually podcasts more in tune to comedy. And one thing I do end up doing, especially when I'm taking afternoon naps, is to have a podcast running on in the background, so that I can pretty much wake up and there will be joke usually cracked around that time, so I can actually wake up smiling and even laughing to some extent. So that makes me you know a lot happier and a lot more ready for what is to come in the following week. And knowing full well that going into this week, some of the things that I might have to face are slightly long days at the office, slightly higher workloads, of course a lot of times sleeping very late. So definitely I think Sunday, being either the end of the week or the start of the week, whichever way you want to look at it, you should have the ability to just completely you know and completely get into the zone of getting as relaxed as possible, so that you can at least get ready for your Mondays. um, and so do share your own ways of finding that one small one small time that you provide to yourself, so that you can uh, relax, um, detox, or even find some form of relief of any kind, so that you can face your next week head on, and definitely with a lot more energy. So do share your own tricks, tips, and definitely if it is something that is something that I can try, I will definitely be very happy to try it and share with you some of the results I have or I experience as trying out your Sunday slump techniques or your Sunday slumber techniques. So please do share them, and I'll be very happy if you do continue to contribute by sharing your own views through comments, so that you can so that we can keep the conversation going and we can continue to have a support, create somewhat of a community where we can actually give each other very helpful tips and tricks and hacks that can help everyone out. So thanks everyone. You have a great rest of your Sunday and have a great week ahead. Thanks.